Not too much impress me, I got fly already. And it ain't hard to see they watching, they know I've been ready. But I go the hardest when the odds against me. I move strategic now cause I wasted my time already. I ran it up and fell alone and that shit got depressing.
Okay guys, I've got a very exciting video. This is one that I've been waiting on for literally a year, and you'll see my evidence on that here in a second. Yeah, today we're gonna be putting these lights on my street legal YZ250. That's right, I've got a plate on here, and as you can tell, plate's expired. I actually got this legal last year. I haven't put these lights on yet. I rode it on the streets once so far. I've been waiting to do this for a very long time. There's not any reason why I've been waiting other than I've used the bike for strictly a woods bike. This tire's starting to get a little bit beat, as you can kind of tell in the knobs here. There's some chunks out of it. I do have another set of wheels over here, and there's some repairs that I need to do to the wheels before I put them on the bike. Right now, it's gonna make a lot more sense just to burn these tires basically and run these on the streets for right now. So here's what we got here today. Got a headlight, just an LED pod. I'll show you the setup on that here in a second, what my idea is. Here's the light mounted. It's super bright. I'm actually really impressed with this. It's really solid, works very well. I've also got my oil bottle back here. This one has some pretty cool dinosaurs on a scooter, so that's pretty cool. Anyway, here's my tail light for reference. The convenient little switch right there. Be able to carry some extra plugs in my pouch here. This thing's set up. Okay, so basically I wanted to show you really quick what's going on here exactly. Basically, the headlight is mounted, number plate stem, as you can see there. Wiring is running down along the neck of the frame, behind the gas tank, following the throttle cable. Curves up here behind the airbox, into the airbox, where I have a fuse, and also this impact mount. I don't know what you want to call it. I'll have this linked in the description to Amazon. I think this was like 12 or 13 bucks. My nephew actually found this, and it just clips in. This little gadget here saves me having to cut up the harness out of this impact battery. The original idea came from the video that I'll have on screen down in the description below if you want to have a detailed video on how to do all this. Again, the only difference from mine from his was I used this instead of cutting up the impact battery. It's going to be reliable, and it's an awesome machine. It deserves this package. But you also know what else it deserves? A Lectron carburetor. So this is the newest version of the Lectron carburetor. This is the Lectron. This is the upgraded one. If you want to look at the specs of all the things that are different from this, from the regular Lectron, you can feel free to do so. I'm not going to list all those here. Once I get this on, we're going to take the YZ for a little bit of a test ride. I'm going to adjust it and see how hard it is to actually get that fully set up and fine-tuned. I do have to give a shout out to Mr. B-Rad Moto. I bought the Lectron from his website at bradproducts.com. This is not like a sponsor or anything. I just genuinely think he's a good guy and a good rider, very knowledgeable about all his products. Also, I wanted to add, when you order on bradproducts.com, you've got a choice between a free shirt, which I already have a couple of them, or free quart of oil with 2 little quickie pouches. They're pretty cool. So if you yourself are very interested in one of these Lectrons or just a regular Lectron carburetor, be sure to hit up B-Rad Products. I will have his link in the description. Let's get this bad boy on.
Tap me, don't know what's next. I feel like I was in my prime already. But if it happens, it's gonna happen when the time is ready. And if it happens, it's gonna happen when it's supposed to happen. I cut a lot of ties, do better when there's no distractions. And they don't need to see me working shit, they know I'm active. Applying pressure in the places I was holding back in. Your word is everything but me.
Alright, let me start out by saying, don't freak out. You shouldn't have to do this. Basically, one thing led to another. I could not get my carb off. I had to undo the clamp at the front, pull the whole subframe off and back, and to do that, I had to pull the shock out of the way. Now, to get this stripped bolt out of here, I have been turning this very little at a time. I have been doing this for the past 10 minutes. So I'm going to finish doing this. You should not have this problem. This is all because of a stripped bolt. That was hard to do one-handed, okay? I like dirt bikes. Look at this. It's free. Perfectly tuned Canon carb. I think that's how you pronounce it. But anyway, I can't wait for you guys to watch that in like a minute. And that just took me 2.5 hours. I got the Easy Install tuning kit. The Easy tuning kit's gonna be 2 little thumb screws that are easy to just turn these off and easily adjust your carb on the fly for any kind of fine tuning that you might need to make. We'll be exploring into all of that. Hopefully it's not too much of a headache. If it is, I'm honestly gonna ask for my money back on this. There is a 30-day money-back guarantee. That is one thing that I'm worried about and we'll be testing is how on the fly is it really? I hate carburetors. I hate jetting. Hopefully it's easy. Alright, so I pretty much have the bike back together. There's just some plastics that I need to put on. Got the shock back in, bolted up, subframes bolted up. Only thing that I have not done yet, well, make sure the bike runs with this carburetor before I put the plastics or anything further back on. Let's go ahead and flip the gas on. See this here? That is cool. Super cool to see that fill up. This was a very big episode of the build series, and I don't want you guys thinking that we're done yet. Still got a lot to do to this thing. Yeah, the bike's coming together very well. I also want you guys to be excited for some street videos on the 2-stroke. And it's very exciting that now I can take this thing on trips, jumping trail to trail. I can legally do so without having to throw it into my truck or anything like that. Clutch up in 3rd, going to 4th. I really want to get used to riding in the power band again. That feels so foreign to me right now. Even on my KTM, I'm riding like low RPM. Doing street wheelies on this thing is just so weird. Look at that guy's face. He's like, what? You can't be doing that. I can't wait for the first person to be like, you can't have a 2-stroke on the road. Try me, bitch. I'm just playing. But as far as installing the carburetor, all of the fine tuning that I've done so far on this carburetor is adjusting my idle. That's literally it. I did not touch the metering rod. Seems to be fully in the power. Seems to fully be in the power. That was 5th gear rolling on, and obviously has a little bit of a lag because, well, I'm in 5th gear. My idle from out of the box was very, very low, and it seems to be about perfect now. The last video I installed the flywheel weight, so that's something else I'm really looking forward to testing out. So I also wanted to give a shout out to my buddy Miles. He really helped me out with the electrical on this thing. I absolutely hate electrical. Oh boys, we got a tunnel. You can see the headlight right there. It is very bright for a little pod. Like, look at this right now. But anyway, that's pretty much going to wrap it up for build series episode 4. This one was a banger. This one was awesome and a huge step. I want you guys to let me know down in the comment section below if you got any ideas of what I should do with the YZ next. Any kind of certain videos you want me to film with this thing, I would gladly do so. Other than that, expect some more content on this thing coming very soon. I'm going to be switching it up between the KTM and the YZ. I'm not just going to start making all 2-stroke videos, but I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, please leave me a fat thumbs up. That really helps me out. And I guess until next time, peace. For them, my credit had IDs needed a loan to bank them. I messed out on my shit, I don't know what happened. Don't know what happened, I've been down before. Lost it all and I ain't want no one around no more. Was stuck on trying to sound like how I used to sound before.